Hey guys, before I begin this video, I just wanted to let you know that I apologize for the echo. And yeah, it's not really in my control. I am running around a lot and stuff, and I had to make the videos here instead of back in my house. So I hope that you guys forgive me, and let's go ahead and begin the video. Guys, IGN is back at it again. The gaming community is back at it again. I have spent so much time over these past 24 hours talking with gamers from every walk of life about this whole Sony issue controversy where they aren't cross-playing with Xbox and Switch. Todd Howard from Bethesda just called out Sony about this, and trust me, Todd Howard, I don't think there's anyone else in the gaming industry that I respect more than Todd Howard. I think he is literally the coolest person in the gaming industry right now. But they're also looking at it from a business perspective as well, and I think that they know that if all the consoles were, you know, in the same pool and stuff, that in the long run, maybe they think that they would sell more units that way or something like that, because people are more encouraged to buy the game when they know that, you know, 10 of their friends across 3 different platforms all have the same game and stuff, you know. So they're not, you know, everyone, all these developers and studios and publishers, they're all just looking at it from a business perspective. Microsoft is, Nintendo is, Sony is, Bethesda is, whoever makes Rocket League is, Epic Games is, everyone is looking at it literally from a business perspective. That's just the way that businesses run. That's just the way that corporations run. All right, so the last video I made about this, I wasn't really talking too much about like what I personally think about this issue. Yes, I talked about how I totally believe that it's Sony's right if they want to crossplay or not, because they're a business. They have to look after their business. They have to do what's best for their business, just like any smart business does. The only reason that Xbox on this current generation is crossplaying with Switch and wants to crossplay with Sony is because they have a huge online community, and they want to bring in online communities from PlayStation. They want to bring in online communities from Switch. That's literally all the reason behind Xbox doing this. Even though last generation for the Xbox 360, they didn't want to do crossplay with PlayStation, but now the tables have turned. Xbox wants to do a crossplay with PlayStation because PlayStation is the biggest selling console, the biggest player base at this current time. And so of course Xbox wants to now play with PlayStation, and now PlayStation, which is currently the king, doesn't have any desire to do crossplay now. So basically, whoever is the king of the next generation, their tune is going to change a little bit. Either PlayStation, if they're still king, will continue to not want to do crossplay, most likely. If Xbox is king of the next generation, then who knows? They might switch things up. They might suddenly be like backing out of the whole crossplay thing. What I personally think about this whole thing, I have maybe 5% of friends who play on Xbox. The other 95% of friends that I have play on PlayStation. Yes, there are some friends that I can't play with at this current time because they're on Xbox, but that doesn't mean that I'm going to just cry about it and stuff, because I honestly, I don't have the time or the energy to cry about the fact that I can't play with 5% of my friends because they're on a different console. Does it suck that I can't play with them? Yeah, it sucks. I mean, it would be cool to play with all my friends and not have to worry about, you know, one console not being able to play with the other. Do I think crossplay would be a cool thing? Yeah, I do. I would love crossplay. I think crossplay would be awesome. Okay, think about it from Sony's perspective. They're doing what they think is best for their business, and that is totally up to them. And I think that people are making way too big of a deal as it is. The fact that Xbox players can't play with PlayStation players is literally one of the most minute problems in your day-to-day life. And I mean, maybe I have a different perspective on it because I am really busy and I don't have like tons of time to devote to like gaming. Like I love gaming, but it isn't necessarily my life, if that makes sense. So maybe for people who, you know, spend most of their time gaming, maybe it's different for them. So I want to be open to how other people think, and I totally agree. I totally agree with people who think that this sucks, because I think it sucks too. But I'm not gonna mope about it. I'm not gonna complain about it, because at the end of the day, Sony can do what they want. In the long run, it doesn't really affect my life that much. It doesn't ruin my life in any way. Like, my life is just great without playing with Xbox players or Nintendo players. So yeah, this is just kind of a follow-up video to my other video that I made the other day. The Noah covered this in one of their recent videos, and they were way more sensible about it than IGN was, because IGN has a very entitled way of approaching this, and they're very personally emotional about this and stuff. The Noah stepped back and they looked at it more objectively. They looked at it more objectively from Sony's perspective, from a business side. Plus, they also called out Xbox for what they did on last generation and stuff, and showing, you know, basically saying that Sony isn't the only one with dirty hands per se in this whole controversy. So I thought that was great. Thank you to the people over at the Know. I appreciate that a lot. And yeah, so these are just kind of my follow-up thoughts about this. I just think it's a little bit ridiculous how people are acting like this is literally like ruining their life to some degree and stuff. We live in a very entitled culture where we have to have whatever we want, and I mean, it's just not the way the world works. It's not the way that business works, and that's just the bottom line of it. So there's really no point in continuing to complain about this, like IGN and a lot of their followers have been doing for the past few days. And it's been hilarious to watch it, because it just shows just how self-entitled our culture is. But yeah, it's been fun. It's been a fun few days for debates and all that stuff. And I'd love to hear what you have to say about this. I'd love to discuss this with you in the comments below. Let me know if you think I'm wrong, if you think I'm right. Why do you think I'm wrong? Why do you think I'm right? Let's talk about it. I love talking about this sort of things. I love debating, all that fun stuff. It's great, it's healthy. And yeah, so let me know in the comments below what you think. And I'll talk to you guys very soon in another video. Have a good day, bye.